I had to shave my beard this morning, and it was the most devastating experience.
Big Brother begins now.
Nick won, and so he nominated Mateus and Simon. And he really wanted me to get rid of Mateus, but I didn't want to get rid of Mateus because I have no relationship with Simon, and I would have felt really shitty about getting rid of Mateus. At the same time, I didn't want to screw over Nick, so I felt like I was in a very conflicted position of not wanting to hurt two people whose relationships I value. I really didn't want to win veto because if I won veto, I was going to be put into a really tricky decision of do I use it on Mateus and get Brandon nominated, or do I not use it? And I think I would have not used it. But right before the challenge, Mateus asked me if I would use it, and I said yes, and I regretted that. So I really didn't want to win.
Hey guys, so I definitely think I am fucked. So yeah, anyway, Nick wins the HOH. The veto competition happens shortly after, and Brandon wins. He gets all of them right. And then he uses the... I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, Nick nominates Simon and Mateus. God, I'm so flustered right now. I'm so fucking mad. Brandon fucking uses the veto, and Mateus to save him, and Tom goes up.
I'm still shocked that Brandon did this. I mean, this is like a huge move from him to save the biggest threat in the house by veto. I mean, he make right and big move in right time because he know that I will always on his side. And I mean, if I have to bring to him to final 2 because of this, I am in this game because of him right now.
So Brandon won, and then Brandon used the veto, which I didn't anticipate happening, and so I ended up on the block. And it seemed like for a second there was actually very close to Brandon and Mateus evicting me, and that would have really sucked. That would have been pretty shitty way to leave the game. Basically, they asked, "Are you in a 3 with Kyle and Nick?" And I'm not in a 3 with Kyle and Nick, so I said no.
It was up to Brandon who I vote to evict, because if he would vote to evict Tom, I would vote to evict Tom with him, because I know that the whole house had a group chat against me, but here I bitches, I'm still here.
Basically, I voted to keep Tom because I knew that Brandon was going to keep him, and Mateus was probably going to keep him just based on what happened. So regardless of what I did, I was put in a shit position, and I'm pretty sure it's down to me and Nick versus Tom, Brandon, and Mateus.
I survived, obviously, unanimously, which first of all really sucks for Simon, and I understand his frustration because clearly some people made the wrong decision by keeping me, and it must be pretty terrible to feel the way that he's feeling right now, and I sympathized a lot with him. But I'm in this weird position now where I'm in the middle of 2 warring factions, and both of the groups are people that I've become close with. And I didn't even feel like for most of this game like I was super overextending. Like there were 3 people who left back to back in the last 3 rounds that I didn't feel like I had a relationship with and I was trying to get rid of. But now everybody left in the game I have a very close relationship with. And so on one hand I'm likely to survive, but on the other hand I'm really likely to play in a way that pisses people off.
I am playing this game so hard and so good. I'm at final 5 and be almost in every eviction. It's because of me. Chris, Jamelia, who was after Kyle H, Matthew, and now Simon. I feel so bad because there is another person that I like and that probably now he hates me, but I can't do anything with them with this. I think that I want Kyle S out before Nick because I have feeling like Kyle S playing so good game by after Jamila leave. He's so sneaky. He wants me to be friends. And when Brandon saved me, he wrote to me about who are we voting? I'm voting with, and I was like, yes, I'm sure you're voting with me. I might my little finger will become with you. And I hate him. I really don't like him right now. And I will do anything. Even it disgusts me to evict him before Nick, where I hate Nick to death, and I won't go contact with him after this game because we hate each other and this is clear. But if I have chance to get alright Kyle S before Nick, I will get that chance and do my best. Kisses and hugs to my enemies.
If I don't win HOH this Sunday, I'm pretty sure I'm going up in the block. I talked to Nick, and I was like, you know what? We might have to go after Tom or Brandon during this double eviction. Like, just thinking of the final five, like, we're not going to be in an advantage, and I definitely regret it now. I tried talking to Tom, and it just seems to me he's made his side already. It's like, it's kind of a done deal. Like, I'm fucked.
I do think that I'm playing the best game, though. That's one thing that I really do feel. I feel like, honestly, like, I was clearly the last person nominated, and frankly, the person who nominated me didn't even really want to nominate me. So the only way I think I could have avoided nomination was if I just told Brandon flat out that I was going to keep Mateus, but I was a little indecisive, so I got put on the block. On top of that, I've won more competitions than everybody. I have strong relationships with everybody in the final five. I think I have a winning case to make if I make it to the end.
I need to win HOH Sunday, or I'm probably going to have to pack my bags and go.
HOH is about to start. The only way it will end good for me is if Kyle S wins. I can only sit there and watch, as two people will definitely nominate me. Tom will probably either throw it or nominate me. And so Kyle S is really my only chance. So otherwise, I'm definitely leaving this week. Bummer. Go Kyle.
Hello, house guests, and welcome to the 7th Head of Household competition of the season, Twinsgiving. In the spirit of the American holidays, we are going to utilize some of the twins that have been inside the Big Brother house in the past, at least on the American show. I will show an image, and that image will contain a different amount of Adria's, Natalie's, Julia's, or Liz's. Your job is to distinguish which twin is on the image the most. And here's the beauty of this competition. There are 4 of you and 4 twins. So in order to claim your twin, you'll have to type it in this Google Hangout first. Whichever twin you type that you, and is the first person that types it, claims that twin. And everybody must claim a different twin each round. Now on each image, there is a prescribed amount. There is a first, second, third, and fourth for the amount of times the twin is on an image. And you will receive points accordingly. The person whose twin is on there the most will receive 5 points. Second most will receive 3 points. Third most 1 point. And the twin that isn't on there the most, or is on there the least, will receive 0 points. And so whoever has the most points at the end of the 6th round will become the new HOH.
I had to work super long today. I didn't get home till about 10 EST, which was like an hour before the HOH competition. I was definitely feeling nervous and tired and restless, and I just wasn't in the frame of mind that I wanted to be going into the HOH competition, because there's so much riding on this competition tonight, because there was only myself versus Mateus, Tom, and Brandon.
Everyone ready? We're about to begin.
Let's do it, Boo Boo Hunty.
I will now be posting the first image in 3, 2, 1, begin. Mateus claimed Liz. Kyle claimed Natalie.
Oh, I spelled her name wrong. Damn it.
And Tom claimed Adria.
Damn it!
So the person that was on there the most was Natalie. So Kyle, you get 5 points. There, the second most was Julia. Brandon, you get 3 points. Third most would be Liz. Matthews, you get 1 point. So right now the standings: Kyle is 5, Brandon 3, Matthews 1, Tom, you're at 0. Round 2. You may begin in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Matthews claimed Liz. Kyle claimed Julia. Brandon claimed Adria. In the lowest was Julia. In third was Natalie. Second was Adria. And Mateus, you are getting 5 points with Liz. Right now, the grand totals, Brandon and Mateus each have 6 points. Kyle S. has 5. Tom has 1.
I lost the second round and got 0 points because Mateus beat me by a split second in typing, and that's when my heart started to pound really hard. I was like, fuck. I'm now like tied for third with Brandon and Mateus in first. Like, I have to step it up. I have to be faster. I have to get these right.
I'll now be posting the image for round 3. You may begin in 3, 2, 1. Tom claimed Julia. Kyle claimed Liz. Mateus claimed Natalie, which gives Brandon Adria. And last was Adria with 8. Third is Natalie. Second is Julia. And Liz was there 15 times, so Kyle, you get 5 points. Standings now, Kyle in the lead with 10 points. Not far behind is Mateus with 7. Brandon has 6. Tom has 4. All right, I'll post the image. You may begin in 3, 2, 1, begin. Tom claimed Adria, Mateus Natalie, Kyle Liz. In last with Natalie, in third with Liz, second is Julia, and first is Adria. The standings now, Tom has 9 points, Brandon has 9 points, Kyle has 11 points, and Mateus has 7 points. I'm now posting the chat. You may begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Mateus claimed Natalie, Kyle claimed Liz, Brandon claimed Julia, leaving Adria to Tom. In last place with 9 images, Julia. Brandon, you get 0 points. Third place, Natalie, 11 images. Mateus, you get 1 point. Second with 12 images is Adria. Tom, you get 3 points. Kyle, you have 16 points. You can start in 3, 2, 1, go. Kyle claimed Julia. Brandon, Natalie. Mateus, Liz. And last was Liz with 9 points. Mateus, you get 0 points. Adria was third with 11 images. Tom, you get 1 point. Julia was second with 12 images, giving Kyle a 3 point. And first was Natalie with 13 images. Brandon, you get 5 points. Our winner and head of household this week with 19 points is Kyle S. Congratulations.
Thanks, you. Woo, that was intense. My heart was pumping so fast right now.
So, like, the way I see it, the house is divided 2 versus 3, and because Nick won HOH during the double eviction, he couldn't compete. So it just came down to me having to pull through and win a competition tonight, because I've only won one competition, and it was a veto. I haven't won HOH. And honestly, if I didn't win tonight, like, I'm just like, send me home. Like, I've done nothing this game except for rely on my social game, and even that's been kind of a mess. It's been really hard, and it's been a really uphill struggle for me in this game. I just had to buckle down and fuck bitches up tonight. This competition was right up my alley. Like, I have amazing reaction time thanks to my skills in Smash Brothers. Like, my Peach is super fast, very fluid, and has the reaction time of a goddess. Before the last round, I was in the lead with about 16 points to Tom's like 12 or 13. And at that point, I knew I basically won it as long as Tom didn't win and I didn't fuck it up completely and get 0 points. Tom messaged me right before and he's like, hey, I'm going to throw this to you. And I was like, yes. Yes, Gaga, yes. And he knows that he's kind of stuck in the middle between me and Nick versus Brandon Mateus and him. Like, he's kind of like a third wheel. At least that's what it seems. That's the kind of image he's trying to portray.
I don't know. I don't know what Tom is doing anymore, really. I don't know if he planned to throw the challenge yesterday. I don't think he did. It was kind of hard to throw because there was just so many freaking pictures of those damn twins. Whatever the case was, if he threw it or not, like, Tom's just kind of been, Tom's been playing a really good game, but he has just been playing like a middle game. Like, he hasn't upset anybody. He's made friends with everybody. I think in my first confessional I said that that's what I wanted to do, and Tom has excelled in that.
Last night was a little bit of an anomaly for me because normally as you're progressing through a game, the competitions begin to feel more and more intense the fewer people that are around. But last night, I didn't really care who won. I didn't want to win myself was the main thing, and I'll get to that in a minute. But honestly, I feel like I've set myself up in a position where I'm kind of between two pairs, and no matter who won out of those two pairs, they were going to target the other pair. And that might mean that I'm on the block as a veto replacement. it sure as hell is unlikely that I would leave. I do feel a little arrogant, and that's nerve-wracking because whenever you feel arrogant and you feel cocky in a game, it's probably when you're pretty vulnerable. I just don't really see whose interest it would be in to take me out this round. I haven't really declared a vendetta against anyone in this game, and pretty much everyone else has.
I ended up winning the competition with the most points, and it felt so good. Like, I'm so happy I won the HOH. Like, this was a long time coming, so it felt really good. And now my focus is to make sure that Mateusz doesn't win veto because he's my primary target, and if he somehow wins, then my next target's Brandon. And then my next worry is that if Tom wins veto, I really don't want him to use it, because if he uses it on someone on the block, then I have to automatically put up Nick. And I know that the other side of the house is going to be begging him to use it.
Just when I was thinking that I was definitely going to be evicted on Thursday, the best possible outcome happened and Kyle won the HOH. And I could not be more happy. I could not be more proud of him. It was definitely like him against everyone. And thank God he pulled through. I was just sitting watching and just like jumping for joy as I was seeing his score go higher and higher and Mateusz being really, really shitty in that challenge. So thank God. It was really the only way that I was not going to go up. Anyone else, it would definitely be me up. And if I was still up on Thursday, I would definitely be headed to jury, no doubt, no question in my mind. Now all we have to do is focus on that veto. And to be honest, the only person we have to beat is Tom, because if Tom wins and uses it, then I'm the only choice left. But if one of the nominees win, whatever, it's still going to be Mateusz or Brandon that goes to jury no matter what after that, because I'm voting however Kyle and I decide to vote, and then if it's a tie, Kyle will break that tie. So we are sitting pretty this week, which is great because he's guaranteed a spot in the Final Four. I'm like almost to that point where I can be guaranteed a spot in the Final Four, and then it's all going to come down to those final few competitions. So I'm so happy. It could not work out better, and I've made it unbelievably far. Like, I didn't think I would ever get this far, so I'm so proud of myself, so proud of Kyle, and hoping we can keep it up.
I feel confident in my ability to win competitions. I know that I'm a strong competitor when I want to win, and next week I will very much want to win both competitions. I feel like this round, I just need to keep my cool. I need to make sure that people aren't upset with me. I need to work my little charming ass off and ensure that nobody's upset with me. Honestly, the fact that I stayed unanimously through that round was pretty surprising to me. No one thought it was in their best interest to take me out, which means that my magical spell on these people is kind of working, and I'm feeling pretty stoked on it.
The one person that I didn't want to win HOH is now HOH. So I'm going on the block. I mean, it's not like a question. I'm not even really mad. Like, I know I would have done it to him. So I'll go up on the block next to Mateusz. Kyle told me that Mateusz is the target. I do believe him because they've wanted Mateusz out for a long time, and I was the one who stopped that last round. That's the only thing that scares me, is that they might be upset that I did that, but it would still keep Mateusz in the game, and they don't want that. I've never felt like the GOAT in a game, but I kind of feel as though I'm kind of that. I got second place last time for HOH. I got like second or third place for it's like I get so close each time, I just can't do it. I'm just going to do my best to get past this round, because I know I'm going to be in the block, so I have to win. If I win veto, that'll be another challenge that I've won. We'll see how this week goes. But I'm still off my high of winning the veto. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I think that I'm in an okay place. I don't think I'm going to go home this round unless Mateusz wins the veto, which I hope he does not.
Into this nomination ceremony tonight, I'm 100% confident that I'm going to be safe. Kyle S. is a really big ally of mine, especially after my last HOH was a huge fail, thanks to Brandon. The two of us have really, really had to work together. And since I was not allowed to compete in the last HOH, when I saw him win, I was beside myself with excitement. I was so happy. I know he's not going to put me up. In fact, he told me he's going to put up Mateusz and Brandon, which I think is the perfect decision, is exactly what I would do if I was in his shoes. So it's going to be nice to have a little bit of safety for a couple more days until Vito gets here.
Mateusz was a comp beast early on, and I just feel like his social game's been really shitty. I mean, it's kind of hard to communicate with someone who's like Polish and there's that language barrier, but I was just really annoyed with his attitude, especially when Brandon used the power veto on him to get him off the block during double eviction. He was like, haha, Nick, you couldn't get me out. Good luck next week, blah, 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 because they knew the odds were in their favor to win this week, and it feels so good to shove that back in his face. Like, fuck you, Matthews. You're a stupid motherfucking bitch, and I'm tired of your fucking shit. Same with you, Brandon, like, nothing personal, but like, you recording my conversations is not cute. And I know you did it again on double eviction night when we were talking about who we wanted out versus Simon and Matthews. You were really boring early on, and then you just showed like your true colors with the way you recorded people. Like, I know you want to like bitch at people for showing screenshots. You know what? I never showed a screenshot, bitch. It was all Jamila. I think showing personal conversations on camera is way more shady than showing a screenshot. It's definitely more personal. Yeah, sorry, Brandon. I like you so much as a person, but goddamn, I do not respect you as a game player.
Welcome to the nomination ceremony. As HOH, it is my responsibility to nominate 2 house guests for eviction. I will pull the first key, that person is safe. They will pull the next key, and so on and so forth. The first person safe is Nick.
Thank you. The last person safe is Tom.
Alright, this means I have nominated you, Matthews, and you, Brandon. Matthews, it's been a rocky road for us. Back in week 3, you totally crushed me by voting out Jamila, and then in week 4, you won HOH and nominated me for eviction. And honestly, you were my target during the double eviction, and I was kind of displeased by your attitude towards Nick. I just thought it was really rude the way you acted, and I just wanted to return the favor and put you on the blocks. So you're a competition beast, and it's mostly strategy at this point, but there was a few things that were kind of personal. But overall, you're a really solid player, a big threat, and that's why I'm putting you up. And Brandon, at this point in the game, there's really not that many people left to put up. I felt like we definitely had a disconnect during the week Jamila left. And honestly, like when you saved Matthews with the power of veto, it was clear to me that the numbers were not in my favor, and I just had to do what is best for my strategy at this point, and that's to put you up next to Matthews. So, thank you. And this nomination ceremony is adjourned.
And I feel like there's one person that is most likely to beat me, and that would definitely be Kyle S. He's played a hell of a game. He's played a very impressive game. He has been loyal to his allies. He has done a lot of work to try and influence the dynamics of the game, and he's been in a position of power for a pretty long period of time. Now, where I think my game might outshine his is that I've managed to maneuver myself safely through the game without really being a target the whole time, and it's not because I haven't been playing the game. Like, a lot of the times that someone is doing that, it's because they're the Victoria of the game, and they're just getting used. But I actually think that I've brought myself through the game through my relationships with people. And the thing is, I just don't know if that's something that the jury would respect. So I think Kyle is someone who's kind of likely to beat me, which means that I can't really take him to the end.